Did you realise they made the improv show Thank God You're Here in the UK as well? Well, here is one of the episodes.
Time now to bring out our next guest. Please welcome back one of Australia's finest comic talents, Hamish Blake. Hamish, I'm all right. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, good.
Now, of course, you're Australian, so you must be good at all sports, I would imagine.
I love the first line. And to be fair, Australians, if you're watching, you do go on about how much sport, our capital of sports and all that. So you must all be brilliant at it, right?
No, which is a shame. I don't really know much about sport.
You don't know much about sports?
Steffi Graf still playing, or...?
Could be. Well, it looks as if it's about tennis. Before we go on, just one extra little touch. Just stand there. Hamish, your door awaits.
What's he going into? Oh.
Thank God you're here. How do you expect to get into heaven if you're late for St. Peter?
Sorry, I was sort of hoping it was a flesh wound and I wouldn't end up here.
You look terrible.
I know. Do you have any sort of fabric softener or anything? Because
How did you get killed playing tennis?
Some of those older players can hit the ball really fast. And, yeah, that's...
What were your last words?
My last words were, was it out? Because I sort of it got smashed at me quite hard. And I fell down and the ball sort of rolled off me and I think it landed out. So, on one hand, dead. On the other hand, match point.
It's so good to be able to think that up almost instantly. And as I said in the previous ones, you see their brains ticking, thinking about what they're going to say. But Hamish is so quick. He is so quick.
I've had a look at your file. It's not a done deal that you're going to get in. You do know where you'll be going if you don't.
Back to Earth, you do that.
Somewhere hot, crowded.
The Caribbean. No? Downstairs.
St.
Sorry.
Peter is ready for you. Use his formal biblical title.
Greetings, son of Adam.
How are muscles?
Only those who've led a good and pure life may enter here. What do you say to that?
Sounds like a great policy. Sounds like you're really sticking to tradition there.
This is the book of your life. Everything you have ever done or said or thought is in here. What do we call this book?
Why don't we call it... Just call it the Da Vinci Code. It seems to work. If we want it to sell.
Let's start with childhood. Yes. Before your school exams, you prayed to God that if you passed, you'd go to church every week. We've got no record of you ever attending. Why is that?
He was a bit of a sucker, wasn't he, back then? Yeah. But, I hope he learnt the hard way there that, he can't just keep making deals like that with everybody. I'm sure he'll understand if you'll just let me in.
Teenage years. Well, you certainly had a lot of impure thoughts. What would you say the worst one was?
Hold tight. Meow. Pixie's here.
Well, I'll give you a clue.
No, look, you probably saw it anyway, so it's best to be honest. I'm sure that Mary in real life wasn't that hot, but at my local church in the nativity scene, it was this girl called Andrea Booth, and I did imagine being the angel Gabriel, and it wasn't that immaculate, but
He's so good at this.
Sorry, in my defence, that is a biblical fantasy, so really, maybe I should get points.
Okay. Well, there's one night here in 2003, I believe you were best man at your brother's wedding.
Yes.
Why do you think I have that one underlined in red?
That was the colour of my sister-in-law's lipstick, and that unfortunately did end up in places it shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But like I said to my brother at the time, the best man won.
Yeah. It's actually because you managed to break 9 out of the 10 commandments. How is that possible?
You can't break them all. I mean, they're very difficult.
Well, which one didn't you break?
Well, I didn't make any of the images, the sort of engraved images.
Why?
I did kill a mugger. I mean, I was a hero on the day.
Let us look for something positive, shall we? Any suggestions as to where we might live?
I think they've been pretty positive so far.
Really?
There's something, St. Peter. The sinner did once donate a kidney to an orphan.
Can we not call me the sinner? Because I think you're sort of leading the witness a bit. I donated a kidney. Which is very lovely of me.
That's instant approval, right? That should be instant gate opening. Donating a kidney. Sorry, Pixie's annoying.
Fair and square in a poker game in Taiwan.
Yes, well, I do have it. It wasn't actually your kidney, so yes.
I'm not going to give my own. I'd be happy to now, actually. I would be happy to now.
Gambling, drinking, womanising. Why should we let you into heaven?
Oh, my racket's in there. I'll just pop in. Yes. I'll just pop in and get it.
Good.
And I'll be back out in a jiffy.
Yes. If you are allowed in, you are allowed to take with you one luxury item. What may that be?
Come on.
It's like quickly beep the horn. He's going too far. He's so good.
Well done. That was not an easy one. That was well done. Congratulations. Is Andrea Booth, is that a real person?
Yeah, do you know what? Annoyingly, it is. I'm really glad this is just in England because she was the girl that I was in love with when I was 7 years old, and probably getting a bit honest here, but we're in heaven, so, you know, this is... They know all. And, you know, that thing where if you cut the cake and it's dirty, you get the kiss.
Yeah.
Whole birthday party was, like, manufactured so we could be next to each other. And she gave me a Chinese burn and ran off. So if she's ever up here, don't let her in.
Well, now you know a little bit, a little secret for Hamish Blake about his childhood now. You wouldn't have got that if you didn't watch this.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Hamish Blake. Well done, Hamish. That was wonderful.
Thanks.
After the break, Sally Lindsay takes up the challenge, and Paul Mertens...
I would like to say Sally Lindsay still looks like that. She's a soap actress.
steps through...
Welcome back. Welcome back to Thank God You're Here, the show that takes 4 performers and makes them bluff their way through a scene they know absolutely nothing about. Now, this afternoon, to help our guests get into the mood of the show, we gave them a couple of exercises. Let's see what happened when they had a run-in with the law.
You are aware that this interview is being recorded?
Yes, but if it is released on album, then I want 15% of all royalties and 10 grand up front.
State your full name.
What day is it?
It's Michael McIntyre. What's he doing on an improv show? It's funny, though. This is from a while ago, this episode. I think they only made 6. And these guys don't seem to look any different, except Hamish Blake does now have a beard. But a lot of them haven't aged. Sally Lindsay hasn't aged. Michael McIntyre has not aged, it seems.
It's Monday.
John Johnson.
Well, according to the arresting
Clive
officer,
Anderson.
you were pulled over by a police patrol car at 11:45 a.m. What speed would you say you were doing?
Was this while I was walking or when I was in the car?
0.
I would say Clive Anderson, he is brilliant. He did the original series of Whose Line Is It Anyway? And Clive Anderson is fantastic. He is very quick-witted. Very quick.
Walking or when I was in the car?
0. When they stopped me. Before that, quite a bit more.
According to the arresting officer, you were clocked at 60 miles per hour over the speed limit.
All right. That's quite an old car. I think you could get that one.
Where were you heading in such a hurry?
I was desperate for the loo because I think I'm going on an early change. You know what it's like, love.
I do indeed. Did it occur to you that you may have been exceeding the speed limit when you overtook a police motorcycle?
It's all a bit of a blur, actually. In fact, the whole countryside was a bit of a blur. The streets and everything was just sort of zooming past.
You were towing a caravan.
Yes, it's my new purchase. My caravan for me and the kids, you know, being a single mother. And I just wanted to give them something, a holiday, something. Have you been to Barry Island?
Not yet. We have a speed camera photo of you here.
Ah, yes. I go fast. Ah, yes. Yes. Well, I got so fast that the caravan seems to have come off.
That's actually quite a good photo. I normally photograph quite badly. Is there any chance I could have that when you're finished with it?
That was the drive-through hand job wash thing, if you know what I mean.
Hand job wash. How would you describe yourself as a driver?
In 3 words, excellent, fantastic, brilliant. If you gave me a 4th, I'd say brilliant again.
You're a learner driver.
Well, the sign says learner, the actions say professional.
We have seen you were pulled over this morning. What exactly did you intend by placing a £50 note in the top pocket of the arresting officer?
Was that a 50? I thought it was a 20.
What would the going rate normally be, would you say? What would be the amount?
It wasn't a bribe.
In my defence, I thought that was a hanky.
Did you?
I thought it would look smart with a hanky. I'm not having you go at your uniforms, yours in particular. One of my fantasies, but that's off topic. I just thought it would have looked good with a £50 note.
Oh, man. I'm wondering, did you... So, obviously, you have the normal section of the show where the person doing the improv goes into a scene, has to react. But did you or do you have this scene where it's very much a one-on-one situation like this is these guys and a police officer? Did you have this sort of scene as well? One that's kind of not out in front of the crowd, but will be showed back later on. Because I quite like this. Sally Lindsay's not very good. No, she wasn't very good. Clive Anderson is fantastic. He is so good. If you haven't already seen Whose Line Is It Anyway, make sure you watch the original English versions and then go to the American ones. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't even know about this. And it's a shame this isn't something that's made now, because this would be great. I think the problem is there are too many programs are making celebrity versions, right? And celebrity versions of most things mean worse. However, on this side of things, if you can see a celebrity making themselves look silly, in Hamish Blake's side of things, he probably won't make himself look silly. But if you can have this sort of thing for celebrities, Pixie is still here trying to get my arm. Hang on, there you go, you see her here. There you go. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this. Thank you, and I will catch you next time.